A lot of guys have a false view on what attraction is. And let me just say that I was no different years ago when I was trying to understand what it is that women wanted. And so what happens is there's, not every time, but there's a lot of guys that get into the dating process. They start dating someone. Maybe eventually they end up in a relationship with this woman. And what they do is they overgive. So as you can see by the title of this video, maybe you kind of had an idea of what it is. And if you do, maybe you're like, oh no, I think that's me. But if you don't understand, basically overgiving means that you're giving a lot, and it could be your time and attention, it could be your help, it could be actual tangible things, and you're doing this a lot in the hopes that the woman stays with you, or at least she likes you or loves you back. Now here's the thing. Of course, if you are a guy who's doing a lot for a woman, helping her out a lot, always there for her no matter what, like sacrificing a lot and also giving her things or giving her lots of gifts or being really extravagant, a woman is not going to hate that. First of all, she's going to like that because it's a very nice thing for you to do. So she's going to say, wow, this guy's so giving, he's so nice, he's so thoughtful, things like that, right? She's going to like that. But the problem is this isn't really a long-term play or a long-term solution to being in a relationship where a girl respects you. The problem is that if you keep on giving and giving and giving and giving, and you start to sacrifice the things that are important to you, she's going to see that and she's going to see, wow, he doesn't really value his time or his things. It seems to all be about me, and then she's going to become unattracted. Some of these thoughts I have actually gotten from Susan Winter, who's a relationship and dating coach. She's here on YouTube. I'm going to have her on soon on the channel and do an interview. So she talks a little bit about this, which is what got my mind going thinking about this. And she talks about the idea that a woman will actually lose respect for you because you're not respecting yourself, right? So can you imagine being in the opposite? Imagine you're with a woman and she's completely sacrificing every single thing in her life. And I'm not talking about like once in a while, but all the time, sacrificing what's good for her for you. You're gonna be like, ugh, what's going on? Like you might even be kind of grossed out by this. Like, why is this person so obsessed? Why is this person over giving so much? And you're gonna start to lose that attraction for that person because you've lost that respect. And let me just say, that respect is one of the most important things in a relationship. If you don't respect your partner or your partner doesn't respect you, that is going to fall downhill very, very fast. So what happens is a lot of guys, they end up doing this and they see kind of positive results where the woman's like, oh, thank you so much. And they're just very appreciative. But what ends up happening is if you do it too much, your partner becomes numb to it. It doesn't become special anymore. And then you are going to start building resentment. And resentment is one of the worst things that you can have in a relationship next to not respecting your partner. The fact that you are going to start resenting your partner because you're going to be expecting a lot. A lot of guys who give aren't giving that selflessly. If you're over giving, you're really doing it to receive. And there's a big problem in that because the resentment builds and then you're going to start to fight with her, you're going to start to disrespect her and get upset with her, but for the wrong reasons because your expectations are so high. And the second you bring this up to her, she's going to be like, wait, what's going on? Like, why is he so upset? Like, I thought I was doing everything great. And again, I'm talking about this specific instance where maybe she is a really great partner, doing great things, but because your expectations are so high and she's not matching them, she's doing everything fine and you're just fighting for no reason. And then what happens after that is you get upset, you guys bicker, and then it could be the end of the relationship. So there's a lot of negative things that could happen from overgiving, right? You build up resentment, disrespect happens, and also women are really smart, okay? They see you doing this all the time. They're gonna see that it feels like you're doing this to get something. Like it can't be, like I said, it's not sustainable, right? So it's not like you can be selfless all the time. Like there's no way that you're just giving all the time because you care that much. Of course you care, but it's fairly obvious that you're doing it because you're trying to get something. So she's going to pick up on that. Maybe not right away because she's just meeting you or the relationship is just starting, but eventually she's going to see it, and that's when she starts losing respect, because she's going to see that you don't feel like you're good enough to just be loved, right? So in a normal, healthy relationship, you have two people who are just there. They're there for each other. They're not overgiving. They're not undergiving. It's just nice and even. And all the respect is there because you're not doing anything that's saying like, oh, I don't feel I'm good enough, so I got to make up for it in other ways. The overgiving is what you're doing to make up for what you think is a lack inside yourself. This means that you don't truly have the confidence in yourself. So here's what I want you to do. I have a link down below to a blog post that I wrote, and it's about the 7 keys to having really big confidence in life. So if you feel that you're a guy who is overgiving, probably means that you need more help with your self-esteem and your confidence. So I highly recommend you check out this blog post, read it. It's going to help you a bunch. So do that along with stopping the overgiving. So if you're doing that right now, just stop. It's not like it's going to be too weird. Just go to a normal amount of giving, which is probably half of whatever you're doing right now. And if you're watching this video and you're nervous of this potentially happening because you might be labeling yourself as a nice guy, just make sure to hold yourself back and remember that a woman is going to like you for you if you're an interesting, fun, cool, good dude, not because you're always offering to help and give things. Yes, good things to do in a relationship. You want to be helpful. It's good to give gifts every once in a while. It's good to be giving, but when you do it too much, it's a disaster. So check out that blog post down below. I will put a link to it, and I'll see you on the next video.